talking to me. And they gotta shut their mouth when they talking.
It's week 12 of the NFL, and we'll see the Aviators' superstar running back. He should be a busy man out of the backfield. It's the Aviators and the Browns on Sunday night primetime.
We are just off the shores of Lake Erie in downtown Cleveland, Ohio, as we get set for football here at the always rockin' Cleveland Browns Stadium. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Aviators of Anchorage taking on the Cleveland Browns.
Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. They've been playing well, really well. Winners of 5 of their last 7, but losers last time out.
Meanwhile, for visiting Anchorage,
they've gone a full half season since their last loss. So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Tackled at the 25-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Back to throw. Rasmussen looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harrison. 2 yards on the pickup there. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Boy, a dangerous throw there. Fortunate for him, it'll wind up incomplete. On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Browns will take over. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
And an Anchorage first down.
Operating from the gun, Rasmussen. Fighting down past the 45. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Looking to throw. Rasmussen. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
Trenton Simpson, well, he just flew in there to drop it.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet? And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Rasmussen. He finds his man, complete. That's Ramsey. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation, because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 1st touchdown on the year.
And the Aviators are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money. In the high traffic,
now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. So this offense will head back out there, already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. On 1st and 10, Rasmussen. This will be caught at about the 6. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 4-yard line.
To throw on 2nd down, Rasmussen flushed, and a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
and one thing usually leads to another, because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Out to his left. Wide open receiver complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Not quite enough to get into the end zone, but what a nice play there. He makes the catch, tries to turn upfield and get to the pylon, but doesn't quite get there. But they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal from very short range.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it...
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They'll start on the ground here on first down.
Now he's loose down the left sideline.
Touchdown! A big play there. His second TD of the game and 18th of the year.
And the Aviators are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Rasmussen got his man complete over the middle. It's Ramsey. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Now the their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Back to throw again. Going for it all. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Aviators will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can hope. This offense ready to get back out there as they'll have the football to start the third quarter. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's taken. slip across the 35.
103 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
First down, Aviators.
Throwing on first down, Rasmussen. Looking left sideline, it's complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it. Most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of.
And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Aviators take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
We see this route all the time, but when it's well executed, it's a beauty.
And it feels like the fade takes forever to develop, like that ball is just hanging in the air.
And the reason why is that the receiver is trying his.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score.
They'll start on the ground here on first down.
He'll get this to the 24, and it's second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
He's got a man complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And they can't bring him down. And all the way in for the touchdown. A great effort there. 39 yards.
And the Aviators are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Well, it has been the passing game that's really been responsible for much of the scoring so far. But let's not forget about this running attack. They're pretty good, too, as evidenced right there.
And I think, Brandon, the fact that they've thrown the ball so well contributed to that touchdown, because that was a defense that was really keyed up to cover those receivers.
The offense. Ready for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. Back to throw. Rasmussen. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
Despite the strong run, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Rasmussen eluding the pressure right.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
But you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers getting together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Rasmussen steps away to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
2nd and 10.
Again, he'll drop to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
158 yards rushing for him in this one, and he is drawing ever closer to a 2,000-yard season.
Back to throw. Rasmussen looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Browns are right back in this football.
So now we're in the final minute of the game in the 4th quarter as this offense gets ready to take over.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.